Hi, this is Linda. I'm back doing my explaining American English videos. I wanted to tell you two things about this one. This is the last one that will be titled Explaining American English. Also, I have a microphone that I'm using. I hope this helps. Based on suggestions from my students, I'm trying the microphone thing. Let's see if I've got it right here. Okay. And so this series will be Building American English Sentences, Lesson 7, Words That Connect. I have two other topics that I'm going to do, but I'm going to put those topics under Beginning American English because they're very simple and very short. I do encourage you to watch those as well, but under the topic Explaining American English, this will be the last one of those. The next series that I will do will be about just having a conversation in English and some examples of that. I hope that will be fun. And all of the other things I've been teaching under Explaining American English, I will mention as they come up. And then if you need to, you can go back to an earlier video to review. Anyway, the topic for this video is connecting the words that connect, or connecting words I'm calling them. Now there are equal connectors. If you study formal English, they will be called coordinating conjunctions, but I'm not teaching those formal vocabulary words. These are just equal connectors. I have equal and I have unequal connectors, which I will be teaching during this series. Now for the equal connectors, someone came up with the idea of using the word fanboys to remember what they are, because there are not very many of them. So here is fanboys. F is for, A is and, N is nor, B is but, O is or, Y is yet, S is so. Those are the equal connectors. Now sometimes we combine them with other words to make one. Both this and that, rather than saying this and that. Neither this nor that, rather than saying this nor that. Either this or that, which works the same way as neither nor. Sometimes we use as well as a substitute for and, but I would not put it in a both this as well as that. Some people are doing that. I hear it sometimes on the television, but it is technically just as well as, this as well as that, or both this and that, or this and that. Okay, so these are the equal connectors. How do we use them? We can use them to connect two words. I like dogs and cats. They're equal in the sentence. I like dogs, I like cats. He will eat cookies. He will eat ice cream. We don't know which one, but they're connected equally by or. The people nor their animals are safe from the storm. Nor is usually used with neither nor, but you could use it without it. You are healthy but lazy. You are healthy, you are lazy. I am brave yet cautious. It means I'm being careful. I am brave yet cautious. Yet and but mean almost exactly the same thing. She will either read or sleep this afternoon. These two are equal, connected by or. They will spend neither time nor money on that idea. Time, money are equal. We are both tall and strong. Equal. It is expensive as well as beautiful, equal. And these are the connecting words. But they can connect other things. They connect phrases. If you want to get technical, this is a prepositional phrase because it starts with a preposition. And this is an infinitive phrase because it starts with an infinitive, but is not considered a complete sentence thought, as these are down here. He walked where? Over the bridge, and where else? Down the street. This is the equal connector of two phrases. It is legal, what? To drive a car, or what else? To ride a bike across the bridge. And these words equally connect clauses. These two sentences are equal in importance. Now they're joined together by a connecting word. But the first sentence would have had a period here, so we're going to change it to a comma so that we show that's the end of a sentence thought, then a connecting word, and the other sentence. He might ride a bus, or he might take a taxi. She exercises every day. She takes care of her health. And here's a for in there with a comma in place of the period. They don't watch TV, nor do they read books. Same thing. I like peanut butter, and she likes chocolate. It is a tall fence, comma, but the dog can still jump over it. They studied hard, yet they still didn't pass the exam. So sad. The dress is on sale now, so she will buy it. Two complete sentences, both equally important. Now we have the unequal connectors, and for those of you who want formal grammar, I'll call them by their names just at the beginning. The unequal connectors that are subordinating conjunctions. I don't teach that word for my English classes. There are over 100 of these connectors that can join two shorter sentences. A few common ones are after, although, as, because, before, if, since, that, though, unless, until, when, which, while, who. These words connect two shorter sentences, but one sentence is more important than the other. The less important one becomes one long adverb or long adjective, or occasionally a pronoun, as when we use who. Since the less important sentence describes the more important sentence, it doesn't need a comma when the connecting word is between the two shorter sentences. However, since I left out a word here, since it is just a describer, it can move around. If it comes at the first of a sentence, then a comma is used to separate the two clauses. Here are some examples. The police arrived. Now there's another sentence here. The cars crashed, but one of them is just explaining when. The police arrived after the cars crashed. This whole thing right here is just one adverb for this sentence. The police arrived when? After the cars crashed. Now, with these, you can move because it's an adverb, It can move around, and we're going to put it first. After the cars crashed, comma, the police arrived. Again, they bought a larger house. Why? Here's the adverb. Because they had a baby. They had a baby is a sentence, but with because, the whole thing becomes an adverb. Why did they buy? And if we put it first, because they had a baby, comma, they bought a larger house. I want to visit another country if I can save some money. And move that to the front. If I can save some money, comma, I want to visit another country. When you move this out of the middle, there's nothing to divide the sentences, so we put a comma. She will work at this job until another job is available. Now we move this to the front. There's nothing to divide them, so we put a comma. Until another job is available, comma, she will work at this job. The team won the game, although they had fewer players. Two sentences, but this one is more important. This one is an adverb for this sentence. Although they had fewer players, comma, the team won the game. Okay, we have other unequal connectors, so I'm going to use their formal name, prepositions, but they're just another kind of connector. They connect two words. These words show an unequal relationship between two words. One word explains or describes the other. There are over 150 of these, but here are common ones. Above, about, across, against, amid, among, around, at, before, behind, below, beside, between, beyond, but, and we had but in the other list, but it can also be here, by, down, during, except, for. It was in the other list, but it also can be this. From, in, inside, into, near, of, on, onto, over, since, through, throughout, to, toward, under, until, up, upon, with, within, without. There are others, but when you see how they work and you find another word doing the same job, you'll know it's also a preposition. A preposition, what are these words? These connectors. A preposition is followed by a noun or a pronoun, always. Together, the preposition word, the connector word, and the noun or pronoun, together, make a phrase that does just one job, usually an adverb, but it can do other things. It can be an adjective. It shows a relationship to another word. That's what the connector word does. Some examples. The man on the corner. There's a relationship between man and corner. On explains it. Man on the corner. The man on the corner carried an umbrella. Which man? The man on the corner. He walked across the street. Walked, street. And the whole thing tells where. But there's a connection between walk and street and the prepositional phrase. This connecting word shows that relationship. She listened during the meeting. Listened, meeting are the two words being connected unequally because this word is more important. The cold wind, which wind? From the north. The cold wind from the north brought chilly weather. Wind is related to north with this word. The author of the book is famous. Author, book, how are they related? Author of the book. They won't go without their coats. Won't go is related to coats. And it's how will they not go? They won't go without their coats. it could be why. They looked where? Around the room. What's the relationship between the verb looked and room? Around the room for the missing keys. Notice that sometimes the main word is a noun and sometimes it's a verb. From the north, we'll always have a noun or pronoun at the end, but what it's linked to may or may not be a noun. Okay, remember, some words may be a preposition like this in one sentence and a subordinating conjunction or that other kind of unequal connector in another sentence. For instance, I ran after the bus. That's a preposition connecting bus to ran. I walked home. The rain stopped. After is now connecting two sentences. It can do either one. Okay. Why does it matter? Well, it matters in a few situations, but most often it matters because of pronouns. A pronoun after a preposition is just like a pronoun after an action verb. He likes her. This is an action verb, direct object. You can't say she, it has to be her. The story about him, preposition, and its object. Prepositions always have objects, which are nouns or pronouns. About him is in this book. Also, it matters for punctuation. It is important also for correct pronunciation. So that is our last Explaining American English video. And I won't stop, but I will take a different topic for next time. Thank you for watching.